Steel came back ugly. 7 yards. Clean draw. Felt smooth. Then the target flipped, and it looked like I'd been guessing the whole time. Shots low, drifting, no control. I just stood there thinking, no way that was me. Guy next to me barely said a word. Beat up pistol, nothing special, same drill. His group stacked tight like it was easy. And I remember thinking, how the hell is he out shooting me with that thing? That's when it clicked, and I didn't like it. Some guns make you feel good. Soft recoil, easy trigger. They smooth everything out just enough to hide what you're doing wrong. You walk away thinking you're solid. You're not. I started avoiding certain guns after that. Didn't like what they showed me. Because some don't punish you, but they don't lie either. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. One of these made me shoot worse the first day I touched it. I was on the range last week, pissed off, and fighting myself again. Targets walking sideways on me. Sights dipping right before the shot broke. Second shots arriving late because I was gripping too hard and anticipating the recoil. I fed the Beretta PX4 Storm and sent the next string. The rotating barrel flattened everything out. I could see the front sight lift and return clean, almost in slow motion, even when my hands were tense. When I flinched or muscled it, the gun showed me immediately. The sight picture jerked and the second shot went wide. When I relaxed my grip and trusted the press, the sights just tracked straight back and the hit stacked tight. I kept pushing. Faster splits, weaker hand, dirtier conditions. Every time I did it wrong, the PX4 made the mistake obvious. Every time I did it right, it rewarded me without drama. By the end of the session, I was shooting cleaner than I had in weeks, and it annoyed the hell out of me. That gun didn't fix my fundamentals. It just refused to let me hide from them. The rotating barrel made my own bullshit too visible to ignore. I don't like how clearly it exposed me. But if this old PX4 is still teaching me better than half the new guns in my safe, the next one on this list is going to expose even more ugly truths. A few months back, I stayed at the range longer than I should have. I was already past the clean part of the session. I was already done for the day. Last mag, I nodded, even though my hands were already done. Grip slipping, shoulders loose, that point where you start cheating shots just to get through the box. The Walther PDP compact sat in the bag and I almost left it there. Thought I already had it figured out. I didn't. First shot broke like garbage. Low, off, no argument. I knew it, and right there I expected the rest to fall apart. It didn't. The gun snapped back fast, almost too fast. And suddenly I had no time to hide behind it. Sight was there again, whether I was ready or not. I hesitated for half a second, and then just pressed. Hit. Not clean, not pretty, but it held. That's what threw me off. It didn't guide me. It didn't help me fix anything. It just stayed honest at speed. If I was late, I saw it. If I rushed, I owned it. No cushion, no smoothing it out, and somehow that kept the string from collapsing. I still don't love how jumpy it feels when I'm tired. Front end gets busy, almost annoying, but maybe that's why it works. But yeah, because what came after this one didn't stay patient at all. I remember stopping mid-string and adjusting my grip again. Not because I had to, just because something felt off. Again, bench was full, different pistols laid out, swapping back and forth like I was trying to prove something. One sat too high, another twisted my trigger finger, another needed a quick reset before every draw. Nothing was bad, just never the same twice. And it started getting in my head. Every rep had a small correction baked into it, tiny delays, micro adjustments before the shot. I wasn't shooting. I was constantly fixing. Then I picked up the HKVP9. Didn't think about it, just brought it up. And for the first time that session, I didn't adjust anything. No shift, no regrip, no half-second pause. Shot broke. Then again, same thing. That's when it got uncomfortable. Because now, when a shot went off, there was nowhere to point the finger. Grip didn't change. Placement didn't change. Nothing external moved. It was just me. I wanted to blame the gun. Couldn't. The VP9 made my grip too consistent for my excuses to survive. And I stopped switching after that, not because it was better, but because I didn't like what stayed the same. What came after this one didn't give me time to think about any of it. I was doing a low-light dry run at home. No drama, no hero stuff. Just moving through the hallway, checking how the gun behaved when my hands weren't perfectly set and my eyes were fighting shadows. Then I grabbed the Bodyguard 2.0. First movement felt off. Not recoil, not sights, just wrong. Next corner I pressed. Shot dipped hard. Way harder than it should have. I stopped. Tried again. Same thing. Grip tightened, shot pulled. Trigger broke sloppy. Muzzle dropped before it even left. Every little shortcut I didn't notice before showed up all at once. No delay. No warning. Just immediate, that was you. And it kept doing it. Every corner turned into a checkpoint. Every press felt like it was waiting for me to mess up. No weight to settle it, no size to hide behind. Just raw input getting thrown right back at me. I stood there in my own hallway, feeling stupid, because this thing doesn't let you fake anything. Clean grip, clean press, or it falls apart instantly. I hated how honest it was, but I couldn't argue with it. And what came after this one didn't just call out mistakes. It made me question what good shooting even is. A few weeks ago, I stopped by the range after lunch, mostly to clear my head. I had no plan, no drills. I just wanted to burn a little ammo and leave quieter than I arrived. Then an older guy I know walked over while I was loading mags and said, "You still shoot better when nobody's watching?" I laughed, but it hit wrong because he was right. Some shooters fall apart under pressure. I do something worse. I start trying to look smooth. And the second I do that, the shot gets fake. He handed me the CZ Shadow 2 Compact and told me to run 5 clean rounds. Slow enough to matter, fast enough not to hide. That pistol felt serious immediately. Not soft, not friendly, serious. Every shot had a consequence. The good ones broke like a decision. The bad ones felt like I had signed my name under them, and that is where it helped. It forced me to stop performing and start shooting honestly. But there was one issue. It almost gives too much feedback. You can get obsessed chasing perfect, but for a shooter trying to tighten discipline under someone's eyes, that CZ feels like standing in front of a mirror you cannot argue with. And what came after this one, you didn't care about control at all. I've been lying to myself for a long time. I always believed there was a hard ceiling on how fast and clean I could actually shoot. That kind of smooth, controlled speed was for competition guys, not me. I'd push a little, get sloppy, and blame everything except my own technique. Last month, it finally caught up with me. I was out back running drills when I kept grabbing the Canik SFX rifle. At first, I was just fucking around. Then I started pushing harder. Faster draws, tighter transitions, splits I had no business attempting. The gun didn't punish me. The trigger didn't save me, but it exposed every hesitation. And the balance gave me just enough control to push speed without the whole thing falling apart. Groups stayed tight. Recoil stayed flat. My hands weren't fighting the gun anymore. I stood there afterwards, breathing heavy, looking at the timer and the targets, and felt something shift. That pistol quietly destroyed the excuse I had been carrying for years. It showed me I wasn't as limited as I told myself I was. The speed wasn't magic. It only showed up when the fundamentals were clean. And when they weren't, the rival told on me fast. I haven't been the same shooter since. This is the one that stopped being just a range gun and became the measuring stick. This is where I stopped making excuses. So, I set the big guns down and grabbed the Shield Plus like it didn't matter. That was a mistake. After running something like the rival, everything feels easy, fast, clean, like you finally figured it out. Then this thing lands in your hand, and it all shrinks. Less grip, less weight, less room to cheat. First few shots didn't fall apart, but they didn't feel right either. Not clean, not confident, just tighter. Like I had to work for something that came easy 5 minutes ago. And that's where it hit. All that control I just had, most of it was coming from the gun. This doesn't carry you. No big frame to settle the recoil. No extra space to fix your grip halfway through. If your support hand slips, it shows. If your press isn't clean, it moves. Nothing dramatic, just no help. And suddenly the question changes, not how good can I shoot, But does it still hold when none of it's helping me? I didn't shoot worse, but I didn't feel as solid as I thought I was. That bothered me more than missing. The rival showed me what better feels like. This one just asked if I can keep it, and I still don't have a clean answer. If you stayed with me, already got the point. That's meant you didn't dread. You didn't adjust it every 5 minutes. You didn't leave it in the car just this once because your hip and your ran out. And yeah, body shape, holster, belt, all that mattered. But the gun still made the cut, or it didn't. If it's sibs, you just lived your life or dragged your pants down by lunch, it wasn't an all-day gun. Term lie. Drop your pants. Appeared on your belt, and the one that felt great for an hour, then turned into a problem by hour 3. Comfort made people lazy. Apart.